Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am finally here to show you guys the spring journals that I've been working on for the past few months. And I'm really excited about these because I've never used the little golden book covers before to make journals. And I've also done a bit of a different binding and spine than I normally do. So I did create a set of 5 of these, but 2 of them I'm not going to show yet. These 3 today are for sale. 1 of them is spoken for, so I will have 2 of these available if you guys are interested, of course. I'll leave all the information in the description box for you guys. And I've got the window open so you can hear the pretty birds sing. So hopefully nothing crazy loud will happen. But yeah, so let's just get started and I'll show you what's inside of these. So the first one I have here is the Peter Rabbit. This is one of my favorites. Isn't he just adorable? And this one is from 1970, I believe. So these are used little golden books, so they are going to show wear and tear. They are going to have the beautiful markings of time and possibly demarcations of color and such, but I just cleaned them really well and pretty much kept them the way they were because I think there's so much character in that. And the spines, I took the book apart and I created a new spine, and I believe this is a 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch spine. Smallest one I've ever made, I know. And I've used some gorgeous fabric. This one I had a really hard time finding fabric for because it's the only one with all of this red and blue in the cover. But I found this at the last minute and I just think it's so beautiful. So I've got some vintage rickrack and some vintage lace edging the edge of the fabric, and then on the front I've added these really cute satin rosettes. So let's jump in here and see what's inside. So for the inside covers, like I said, I did leave them as is. So like some of them may have where the child has drawn in them and things like that, writing. And this one is so adorable. Up at the top it says, "To David from Mommy," and then it's got the little boy's name, and I just left it, but you guys can cover it, you can paint over it, whatever you'd like. There's a beautiful little lace butterfly applique in the front of each, and then the inside of the spine is just this pretty patterned paper that I punched. So each book has 4 signatures, and there are anywhere from 8 to 10 pages in each signature. And I've used a bunch of florals and birds and butterflies. There's a lot of vintage children's book pages. And so it's kind of just all about spring. There's a lot of pretty flowers, yes. There's a lot of adorable little baby animals. And then just the fun of the children's book pages I wanted to add because, I mean, they're children's books. So let's see. This is the first signature. There are minimal embellishments by my standards. You guys know I like to go crazy with the embellishments, but I've barely added anything in that respect to these books. But there is a ton of sewing. There are a lot of laces and trims, new and vintage, and then there are also a lot of fabric pockets for you guys to play around with. So here's a large fabric pocket, and I made a bunch of these stamped and sewn little journaling cards, and these are from Easter egg dye, which is really cool because it ties into the whole theme. And there are just a few references to Easter in these journals, and they're all removable, so if you guys want to take that out, since Easter's over already, I'm a little late, but yeah, you guys can just take those out. And so of course I've used the original book pages from the particular book cover that I used. There's some ruffled fabric here and egg dye paper. This is a page from a children's book. And then each signature also has one of these little stamped muslin pieces, and one has something special that I'll show you later, but this is an adorable little baby duck. And this is from a Southern Living plant book I thought would be fun to add. Beautiful florals, some colored writing paper, and then the middle of this signature, each book also has a page from a Peter Rabbit book. Look at Mr. McGregor. So funny. So he's chasing Peter Rabbit. There's a little three-dimensional butterfly sticker here. Sorry about my nails. Sorry, that's just my life. Some green grid paper. Each book also has one of these handmade fabric, like postcard journaling cards that I've made. I can't remember who I was inspired by for these, but I'll try to remember to put it in the description box. This is some vintage crochet lace, and then I've just got fabric and little journaling cards and little butterflies, and then the back of this one is just some really pretty floral paper. It's the other side of that children's book page. He's feeding the little ducklings. And then this is some fabric that I got from Dolly. Thank you so much, Dolly, because these were so very useful in these books with the baby animals. Beautiful doe and a baby there. It's a funny picture. There's a large lace pocket here. All the journaling cards are plain, so you guys can alter them however you want. You can use them in any way. And then the tags that I did sew on the edges, but they're plain. I really showed restraint in this book. The second signature is this really cute carrot paper, which I had to add because it was Peter Rabbit. So on this side, this is vintage fabric here, and each journal also has one of these altered bags with a tag inside, plain, but I layered some old fabric and then an image from another fabric that Dolly gave to me. And this one's got a little bunny rabbit and some tulips. Like I said, there are a lot of little baby animals in these books, but mostly it's bunnies, bunnies, bunnies. Everybody loves bunnies for the spring. This is from an old Little Bear book that I have. I think it's from 1962 or so. Really beautiful imagery. Another children's book page. Just a little tuck spot here with some extra writing paper. More egg-dyed paper. Ruffles. Lined children's writing paper. Of course, had to add that in there. Just lots of pretty florals. Each book has a couple of these little brads in them. There's Peter. It's the center. Another tag. I love this paper here. So pretty. And then on this side, each book also has one of these pockets. They all have very similar fabrics in them, but I did want to include one of these beautiful bunny pockets. I love the imagery in these, excuse me, these older books. Each book also has a simple altered envelope. I used one of the pages from the Southern Living plant book and just altered it a little bit. There's a stamp of this bunny. And then this saying from some authentic paper. It says, "Here comes Peter Cottontail right down the bunny trail." Oh, and inside, sorry, I almost forgot. Inside are some extra fabric pieces with images that I had, and also quite a few stamped muslin pieces for you to play around with. And yeah, so each book has one of these. There's the little baby animal for this signature. There's lots of little butterflies in here. More of the Little Bear book. I love this book. Such beautiful imagery in that one. Third signature. It's another children's book with some adorable little bunny rabbits. Oh my goodness. So cute. This is my accident paper. I was making something a couple weeks ago and spilled the blue, and then I spilled the purple of my spray inks. And I think I was using Tattered Angels, so I didn't want to waste it, and like I've done before, I'll just grab a handful of computer paper and soak it up, and this is what it turned out to be, and it's so cool. And since it was Tattered Angels, it's got the pretty mica in it. It's a little partial page. See, there's one more Easter journaling card. I used all my scraps as well. There's a little Brad there. This is a really old A.A. Milne book. Really cool little poems and images in there. More Easter egg dyed paper. This is a newer book, but just look how beautiful the paintings. Look at the adorable baby rabbit. Little butterfly. Look how pretty these etchings are, gorgeous. Okay, so this is the special little thing I was telling you about. This is a vintage Peter Rabbit sticker, and the child that had owned the book had taken the stickers out and stuck them in the back cover. So what I did was, instead of trying to pry them off and messing them up, I just cut out the back cover, and so each book will have one of those. Beautiful fabrics with little baby animals. Another old fabric. Excuse me, a little booklet here. Little tag. Look how cute. Uh-oh. Look how cute. It's a little mole and a frog having tea. So cute. This is some old quilt fabric, and I got this in a scrap bag at a quilting store. And for the life of me, you guys, I could not iron the wrinkles out of this, so it's just permanently wrinkled for life. I'm sorry for that, but they just match so perfectly with these books that I wanted to use them. So yeah, that's why it's still wrinkled. This is some Franken tags I made out of the scrap papers, so I made quite a few of those. And the last signature. More children's book pages, just a little journaling card and some extra paper. This is from a Jeremy Fisher book. It's about the frog who goes on adventures and he loves to go fishing. Just thought it was super cute. And then each book will also have a little carrot for their rabbit that lives on the front. And then I've added a Made with Love charm. So how cute are these little twine carrots? I love them. This is just a sheet of stationery paper and a plain journaling card for you to alter or add a photograph. More of the Peter Rabbit book pages. Look how cute. Lots of paper punching along the edges. Beautiful floral paper. Ton of sewing. I've used some vintage bias tape. Always trying to find uses for that because, you know, we always end up with a lot of it. Each book will also have one of these really simple envelopes, and it's got a stamped egg dye little tag inside, and they're super simple, so you can alter them further as you like. But these are from a book about birds, and I just added some really pretty stickers to the front. Another stamped little index card there. It's so cute. Look at him in the back. And then here is the little stamped muslin for this book. And then each one, except for one, because I didn't have enough, has some of this vintage, like, I don't even know what this was for, like a blanket or a dress or something. But it's just some fabric with some beautiful embroidered flowers and a butterfly at the top. Little girl feeding a duck. And that is it. And then I've stamped it and signed. And then also for some extras, each book will get a handmade envelope with a ton of goodies inside. So I'll just show you what's in one because they're basically all the same except for maybe the colors. So they each get a little sentiment, some little page flags, another Franken tag, some stickers to play around with, all spring related birds and pretty little babies and butterflies and animals. They each get one of these stamped Easter egg die index cards. And then I wanted to stamp out another one of these for you guys because I love this stamp. And on this one, it has a pocket in the back made of vintage satin blanket binding. And just a sheet of paper. And then each comes with one of these little folded index cards. And these are really old folk art rub-ons that April had given me. And they were just so perfect for these books that I had to use them. You'll get a big index card, maybe a couple of scraps of paper, and then each book comes with a bird book page and then 4 super old children's book pages. These darker ones are quite brittle, so they have little kids and animals, just little fun extras. You guys can use them wherever, as you know. One of these cute little banners that you could use as a stencil, and then just some scrap egg dye paper and scrap floral paper. So each book will come with these extra goodies for you to play around with in your book, or wherever you like. And also as an extra, each book will come with, let's get this closed, an envelope that I've handmade, and I folded it up and sewed the edges, and I've turned it into a little holder for all of these punches that I did. There are little scallop circles to use as labels. There's birds, and then this side has all different kinds of butterfly punches in it. So you will each get one of those as well to play around with in your books. So that's the Peter Rabbit book, and I will show you the next one. Okay, so here are the other 2 books that I've created. This is the second book that is available for sale for you guys. Just showing you the beautiful fabric. This book here is a little bit older than the Peter Rabbit. I believe it's from the early 60s. Just showing you where the previous owner colored inside of the cover. So I just left it for you guys. So once again, lots of fabric pockets and journaling cards, a little angry bunny, egg dye paper, and these are the A.A. Milne children's book pages. A little fold out there for you. Lots of journaling cards. This is the accident paper with a beautiful fabric ruffle. Look how adorable these bunnies are. Oh my goodness. So cute. And there's the little stamped muslin piece for the signature. Here is the altered bag with the little tag inside. This one has little chickies. And there's a butterfly in the top corner there. There's Winnie the Pooh and the gang and an angry turtle. They must have been hungry. Second signature. Here's the stationery paper and your fabric postcard, little altered journal tag, and it's got some vintage lace along the bottom. Little plant pages, and there's some vintage fabric and your vintage Peter Rabbit sticker for this book. I believe that's Benjamin. Little Brad there, and there's a little froggy. Look how beautiful that paper is in the center of the signature. More journaling cards and writing paper here in this pocket. He's happy now, that turtle. This is foiled paper that I used for that card. There's your 3D butterfly sticker. Third signature has this beautiful fluffy vintage fabric and, vintage lace and fabric. There's more foiled paper, and that fabric I was showing you is some old fabric. It was in that bag I got from the quilting shop. There's the large envelope for this book. Little bear, book pages, and more fabric ruffles. And this is the large bunny page for this book. So cute. Here is the little muslin piece for this signature. And there's your baby. That's the Easter journaling card there, and your twine carrot. Last signature is this beautiful floral fabric, and I was just showing you that journaling card had embossing on it. Egg-dyed paper, and this is the bunny rabbit pocket for this book. I was just showing you the punching on the tag there, and that is the small altered envelope there. And there's the muslin piece. And here I had to reinforce this book page with fabric, and I'm showing you the stickers that the previous owner also added to the book, and I left it there because they're so cute. There's the Peter Rabbit page, and another little booklet, more ruffles and a little brad, a large lace pocket here with more journaling cards, and look how cute, sleeping bunnies. Oh my goodness. So that is this book, more coloring in the back for you to enjoy. And there's the extras. And this third book here is a much newer golden book, and it is the one that is spoken for. This book here is slightly different from the others. It does not have as many pockets as the others, so I've tried to add a few other little extras in it for the recipient of this book to supplement for that fact. But same basic pages inside of this one, and stamped journaling cards as well. Little butterfly there. And this one has a little fold out. And little bear book pages. There's that pretty paper again. There's a large fabric pocket, and there's just some scrap egg dye paper slipped in there. Stamped muslin piece. And I'm just showing you here where the previous owner highlighted words in the book. I think they were trying to learn some vocabulary. There's a little altered bag and tag for this book, and beautiful little fabric scraps and bias tape. More journaling cards. Here's a little Jeremy Fisher book page. More of that old quilting fabric and accident paper. This book was so cute, you guys. The Richard Scarry one. There's a little fox there. And some lace. Here is the little fabric postcard with some vintage lace along the bottom edge. Little sleeping bunny. So cute. And this book also does not have the pink embroidered fabric, so I supplemented for that with the purple embroidery fabric. And there's a little twine carrot, an Easter card. There's a little bunny dressed as a clown, and the owner will appreciate that. Really cool effects with that egg dye, and the vintage Peter Rabbit sticker. Here's the center of the signature with an angry Mr. McGregor. He caught him. More journaling cards and children's book pages. And there's the quilt fabric pocket for this one with the smaller envelope and a journaling card. Cute little bunny. Here is an extra fabric postcard I put in here. It doesn't have anything on the back of it, but it's really squishy. And another little butterfly, little deer pocket, deer fabric pocket. And A.A. Milne book pages. There's a little like bookmark tag there. More children's book pages with the adorable bunny rabbits. And there's a little muslin piece for the signature. And last page has that vintage fabric stationery and an extra Franken tag. And that is the rest of this book with its extras. So thank you guys so much for watching this little flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. That's the book that's spoken for, and these two will be available for sale. As I said, I'll put the information for you in the description box, and if you're interested, just hit me up in my email. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. You know the drill. Don't forget to spread the love. There we go. There it is. Okay. Bye.